Smongo Shake here, and yes, it's time for another Busby review. This is back-to-back for my Revolution review, and I'm pleased to say this is yet another positive review of a good product, but this one unfortunately is going to be hard to get a hold of. This has been requested a couple of times. It's right here behind me. A number of people have been asking to see a review of the Equalizer. I managed to get my hands on another one. Right here. Now, to anybody with a sharp eye who is familiar with Busby products, you're going to know that the Equalizer itself is not a new product. It is a recoloring, repackaging of an existing product that was being phased out. And this is kind of a way to keep it alive. Now, the product that I'm referring to is the Walking Dead series revolver. This was a top prime 6-shot revolver that was sold as both Carl's revolver and Rick's revolver, which I always thought was an odd choice because Rick was the one known for the revolver, at least in the show. I wasn't big into the comics, so I don't know if that was the case there, but I know in the show, Rick was the revolver. But they gave him a shotgun when it comes to Busby's Walking Dead series. But to keep the revolver going, we got the Equalizer. And this was available through a number of retailers. Seen people getting them from Ross for as little as $8. So I picked mine up through an eBay retailer so that I could do this video. But you have to keep your eye out because I don't have a Ross near me. That would be where to find these most likely. And yes, they are actually going for as little as $8. $7.99. Mine actually had a $10.99 price tag on it. So price varies between, we'll say, $8 to $11. Now what is it? It is a top prime 6-shot front-loaded, cylinder-fed blaster that, well, has the classic Busby blue, white, and black. They started this back with the same year that they introduced the Thermal Hunter, the Interceptor, the Zenith, basically what I would call kind of the revamping of Busby. And this has good memories here. I love that resurgence of Busby, and these colors remind me of that. But load up your 6 darts, and this one is actually, it includes 8, and it also includes 3 of these neat little targets. One of the very few ways to get your hands on these Air Warriors targets. You know, X-Shot has their targets available in a whole lot of different packages. Busby doesn't make theirs available in very many. So, if you find an Equalizer, it's one of the ways to get your hands on these. And I'm going to set up a whole target range, and I wanted more of those. So, win-win for me. But to get back to the blaster itself. Again, load up your 6 shots. The cylinder, I will note, has lots of room in between the darts. So the aftermarket guys out there who design 3D printed replacement cylinders, I bet this thing could be turned into an 8-shot at least. Of course, work out the rotation, but I think there's definitely room for at least 8, if not more. Load your 6 shots in stock form, prime it up, and fire it. And there we go. Now, when firing it, it's simple. There's no way around it. It has a cosmetic hammer, but it is not hammer prime. Top prime only. But when you use this, you're going to notice 2 things right away. Very smooth prime, very comfortable handle. No matter what you're doing, whether you're right-handed, left-handed, doesn't matter. Very nice, easy to prime, comfortable top grip. It actually has contoured finger slots here, which makes it very easy to grab, very easy to grip. And the grip itself is nicely contoured to your palm. This is something Busby needs to take into account. This grip is very nice. I put it right up there with the Revolution's grip, if not slightly better. Because this one, it doesn't have the finger grooves that the Revolution has, which can be good, can be bad. It depends on your personal perspective and actually the size of your fingers. This, I wear a double XL size glove, and both the Revolution and this fit me perfectly. However, somebody has smaller hands, finger grooves are very much tailor fit. This, being smooth in the front, but having that nice flare to the back, fits your hand nicely. Now, I did put this on the chronograph, and I was averaging 76.5 feet per second with the included long distance darts, which again were of better quality than the bad batch of Adventure Force darts that I got last year. These, so far, all of them that I've been using through Busby's own packaging, that are the blue with the yellow tips, these have all been, far improved. The glue is consistent, and yes, they do have still the long-range accuracy issues. After about 20 feet, they kind of veer off, but they do back up the performance. It claims a range of up to 100 feet, and it will indeed hit that. It has to be maximum angle, and with the long distance darts, some of them will hit the 100-foot mark. But again, it's maximum angle, and as long as at least a couple hit it, I count it. So it will hit it. But chronograph results don't lie. 76.5 feet per second with the included long distance darts, and as usual, Precise Pros bump it up just a little bit to where it can just about hit the 80-foot mark at about 79 feet per second. So it does have good performance for a inexpensive sidearm. This blaster actually basically checks all the boxes. And much like the Revolution, I have an extremely positive viewpoint on this. There is one huge issue. Why is this not circulated more? This is a fantastic little pistol. Why does Busby not feature this one more prominently? Why is this not in the Adventure Force lineup? This design is one of the best pistols Busby's ever made. I'm left in a quandary. This thing is awesome. It genuinely is. It's being sold for under $10. And yes, mine was priced just a little over, but people were getting these for $7.99 at Ross. Why is this thing not everywhere? I mean, this should be the headliner. This is one of the best pistols Busby's ever made. The Equalizer. It literally is. And if you find the Walking Dead version, don't pass it up. It matches. I don't know why, but I get a little lower performance out of the Walking Dead series. I don't know if it's seals or whatever, because this one's a new one. I got it out of the package, and this one shoots a bit softer straight out of the package. But this hits in the upper 70s, which is good for a nice sized pistol. And there is modding potential in this. Aside from the Zenith, which I think is one of the best pistols that Busby's ever made, period. Aside from the Zenith, this is the best pistol that Busby's ever made. And some are going to prefer this because of the far superior grip. We just need it. You need to be able to get it in your hands. That's my only complaint, is distribution. Availability and distribution of this thing needs to improve immensely. This thing's better than most anything that Nerf's making. So if you see a Busby Equalizer, do not pass it up. I don't care if you've seen other YouTubers who are hard on Busby for some reason and say that they're all junk. No, they're not. The Revolution is a amazingly good blaster. This is a amazingly good blaster. This goes up to and stands up against anything Nerf's got out. And I am including anything. The Hammer Shot's a fantastic blaster itself. If you want Hammer Prime, Hammer Shot. If you're willing to use a Top Prime, this is just as good in its own right as the Nerf Hammer Shot. And if it was more available, I think more people would feel that way. Because this has nothing going against it. Functionality-wise, looks-wise, build-wise, it's all good. So that's where I stand on the Busby Air Warriors Equalizer. It is an amazing pistol at a great price, offering good performance with huge value. So that's my review. This is Mungus Jake saying thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I do not have a buy link for this anywhere. You will have to look for it. But if you do run into a Busby Air Warriors Equalizer, get it. Absolutely get this thing. That's my stamp of approval. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.